All right, folks. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon here on this, what's starting to be a beautiful Thursday. And we got probably one of the more sadder sights than I can think of that'll bring even the toughest man, make him just a little bit glossy-eyed. Not only with the picture here, but out of frustration. That is the mother of the ailing but getting better sick steer calf. It's been a ruckus of a day. Started at about 6:45 a.m. She's bellowing for a reason. She's never going to see him again. The only reason I'm putting on this video, and I'm actually only here in this location right now to put a video on, which is completely not my style, but I figure it's owed, because we've kind of been doing, last 4 videos here have been check up on that calf. So came out here at 6:45 this morning after my barn chores were done and a cup of coffee, just to do a quick immediate check before I start on everything else, including starting to fill corn silage for the cow herd. Well, I couldn't find them. I only spent about 20 minutes out here. That's all I could afford. That's all right. That's a good sign. That means that he had enough gumption, physical strength, and health to move all the way down here from where they were. That was a good sign. That made me happy. And of course, naturally, Mama stowed him away in the woods. This is one of the favorite spots from here, going about 50, 60, 70 yards. This is the favorite spots for these mothers to stow away and hide their calves. So, I call this the swampy swale. This is a swampy swale that lies between these fields here and the beginning of the hardwoods. If you look through this swale type atmosphere here, you can see where that light starts coming. That's where the hardwood starts. So, came back out here with the silage, bale of hay. Mom's still over here intermittently, raising a fuss, because it's, she stowed them away last night, or very, very early in the morning, and now, of course, wants them back. Time for dinner, so to speak. So anyway, once I got done with all the feeding and whatnot, then I came down here, of course, with the side-by-side. Folks, I ain't kidding you. I spent the better part of damn near 2 hours down here looking. Every square inch, every nook and cranny. I even went a football field that way and a football field the other way, where you'll never find calves being stowed away. Well, it was just before lunch. I ended up taking a bigger dive into the woods, and I found them. And here's the deal. His sickness didn't help him any, as far as being a little weak or maybe eager to get up immediately. Something else killed him. It was a coyote. 100%. Now, this problem's already been discarded, taken care of. You don't let shit like this linger. You shouldn't. Now I'm going to give you my assumptions. And for all you know-it-all commenters out there, I say that respectfully. I almost treat this channel as a forum. I'm getting real tired of differing with everything that's done and said. It's okay, but I'm here to tell you, if it continues, you're not going to see shit like this, and you're just going to see the normal baling some hay and spreading manure videos. Some of you need your asses whooped. Sorry, but I'm not. There's a lot of people in this world that need their asses whipped. Bad. So, here's my assumption. And if I had a $100 bill in my pocket, and I don't, if I had one, I'd bet you. Mom took the little guy, because I've been handling him the last couple of days. That bothers the hell out of these cows, as it should. She's just being a mom. Mom stowed him back here on this side of the fence line. On any given time. It would have happened after 8:30 last night. 8:30 last night, they were still up by that bale ring, and he was doing pretty stinking good. He, of course, got stowed away in here, got wrapped up, took himself a nice little nap. It's time to go to sleep. I'm telling you right now, he did not die on his own. There are telltale signs, and every one of them is there. Well, at some amount of time, a coyote, if not two, it was not a wolf. Don't argue with me. It's not a wolf. I know my territory. A coyote or two. It's also not an eagle. It's not a crow. It's not a hawk. Drugged the poor little guy. About another 30 yards or so. That's why I had a hard time finding him here this morning. Even if I would have, the damage would have had already been done. If you had to ask me to guess, that killing, there's no other way to put it, took place anywhere from midnight to 5 a.m. So his sickness did not help him as far as having that oomph, but his ultimate death was from a coyote. Period. End of story. Which really pisses me off. On the history of this farm, because of course I talked to Dad this morning. Dad and I talk every morning. He's at the farm every morning. The history of this farm, there's only been one suspected coyote or wolf grabbing. And it happened to Dad many moons ago. He didn't see it. He didn't find the remnants of it, but it's a given. Basically, it was a healthy tagged calf. And was never to be seen again. So, yeah, it really pisses me off. I can tell you that right now. That sorry-ass bastard. So here's what I'm going to do. Number one, I'm speaking the obvious here. We've never really had this problem. We got coyotes and wolves up here, and I got a phone call coming in. You can wait. Not in the mood to talk nicely right now. The hell was I? I can tell you right now, I'm having a few drinks tonight. You gosh damn right I am. Sorry, Ma. I did what I could. So did you. You ain't going nowhere. You're a good girl. That's a damn fine mother right there. Damn fine mother. So from here on out, for a select amount of time, the 22 mag with hollow points is staying in the side-by-side. If I was a smart man, I'd take it out in the mornings and put it in the tractor with me when I'm doing some feeding. Any movement in this woods, well, I shouldn't say that, it could be a calf. Bang, bang. There may or may not be a pretty larger caliber pow-pow in the glove box. Here's the concern. Did these coyotes just finally find a free lunch? A lot of free lunches in this country these days. I will call you back. And if so, is he going to bring his pals? That's my biggest concern right now. I'm done kicking rocks over the death. I can't afford to spend time being pissed off about that. You win some, you lose some. This was a significant loss due to what's been happening here. What are you going to do? So is he and all his buddies going to figure they got a free lunch down here? That's my biggest scare. Now, we're pretty filthy with coyotes and wolves up here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but not right here. It's a little bit more north of me by a long shot. We've got them here, don't get me wrong. Well, anyway, that's my biggest scare. Oh, that sun feels good. So what am I going to do if it happens again? Am I going to call the law? Department of Natural Resources? No. It'll depend on circumstances, but if it's just another one of these, no. I fully respect the law to a T. Fully respect and support all departments, all avenues. These days, when an honorable person that doesn't have anything to hide brings in a resource group, I ain't doing it. What I will do is call upon a certain group that I do have at my fingertips within the somewhat local community that live and breathe for this shit. Live and breathe for it. And they will be called immediately in the event this happens again. Let's cross our fingers that it doesn't. I tell you what, I got a half a mine this whole weekend. That hunting blind is just right up there, and it's got a window facing this west direction. Good 30 pack of beer, and the 22 mag up there sounds pretty damn good. I got a pal that's got a 5.56 with night vision too. I probably need to stop talking here a little bit. So that's the story, folks. I'm awful sorry to be sharing it with you. Trust me, there's nobody more sorry than I am about this whole deal. You know, I didn't live out here with the little guy, but I think we can all see what was done to try and help him out. And you win some and you lose some. That mom is going to be pretty pissed off at me for some time. I'm going to have to keep my eye on her. Right now, she thinks I'm the guilty party. We got a pile of rain last night. Again, looks like it's going to be the last for a little bit though, which is good. We are absolutely just waterlogged up here. Yeah, I probably could have told this story a little differently. I don't rehearse this crap. The only rehearsing I did is actually come out here again to make the video, kind of show you what's going on, what happened, and a little explanation. But that's a first time for this farm. Possibly the second. Second can't be verified, or the first, you know what I mean. But yeah, 110% coyote kill. The calf was alive when it happened. I'm sorry for all your tender ears out there that didn't want to hear that. I didn't like saying it, but Yeah, I need to keep an eye on that mom. She's going to be pretty pissed off here for at least the next 3, 4, 5 days. She's going to basically live down here at this corner. It's going to break my heart. But what are you going to do? And right now she's blaming me. She wants her calf back. You know, old mean Ben. Where'd Ben put the calf? You know, that's what makes her a good mom. And we're going to do everything that we can to give her calf back to her next year. In fact, I'll remember this and write this down on the calendar, and we'll do a documentation. Why not? I think that's kind of special. Hopefully we can catch her during AI season. I can tell you right now, just by looking at her age and everything else, Trapper, the sire Trapper, would go into her. And we'll document her from there. This is a sorry ass sight. But we can kick stones the rest of the day. Not tomorrow. I got a couple more calf hutches to set up. I'm going to get the last of the Holstein heifers tomorrow mid-morning. I'm bringing home 3 more, and I'm stopping that venture at 10. I had lines up to 15. I choose to stop at 10. I got a lot coming up here. A lot of tricky weeks are coming up. And so I need to set some hutches up, throw down some hay and straw because I depleted it this morning inside the barn. And I'm not going to concentrate on this field line because everything's so mucky. But I have a rented piece. Normally, if I rent a piece of ground, I don't clean up the field lines. And that's up to the landowner, respectfully. This is an aging gentleman whose physicalities are not just there. And there's very minimal blow down limbs. And it's pretty dry over there. I'm going to head there. I got to keep busy. But yeah, we'll pop a top here this evening starting at 5 o'clock. I think it's due. It's coming. It's either pop a top of cheap beer or break the front windshield of this with the side-by-side, and that doesn't do nothing. So anyway, appreciate everybody following along. Wish I had better news for you. I don't. That's life. Get over it. It's reality. We just try to do the best that we can do. What's in our means. And we'll go from there. Talk to you sooner than later.